let's plug in. I'm going to Starbucks right now. Starbucks is empty like a motherfucker. Damn. It's always like this at the end of the month, man. Motherfuckers ain't got bread. Now let me know, like, goddamn, bro. you know, you know, you know, everybody live paycheck to paycheck out here, man. I noticed that, like, Starbucks is empty at the end of the month, man. Not a single soul in here, bro. There's about 5 people in here. At the end of the month, people ain't got money, man. That's a crying shame. What's up with it? Jamie in the house. What's up with it, man? You dudes are kicking in doors for no reason, bro. First of all, bro, hold on, bro. Hold on. Hold on. You guys are killing me, bro. What's up with it? You guys are killing me, bro. I'm an old ass man. Look, what's up with it, Jamie? Bro, Lil 7 is younger than you think, bro. I hate the bush you think is bubble, bro. You know, damn. You know. They're kicking in doors, saying off wall stuff. Yeah, yo. Hey, yo, Joey, he'll be here soon. Don't worry about it. You know, this gonna be a This gonna be a 2 hour live stream on YouTube. You feel what I'm saying? This gonna be a 2 hour live stream on YouTube. You guys are killing me, bro. Little, little seven is younger than you think, bro. I need to like, you know what, bro? We need to calm down. You know? At this point in my life, we need to calm down. Little seven is younger than you think. You think that she's 22? No, she's younger than that. Yeah, Joey Six, my new partner in crime. That dude was funny. Joey Six is funny as fuck, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. He funny. I think she's around. Yeah, she's around that age, bro. She just graduated high school, bro. That's not. That's too young. Yeah. She's around 18 years old, bro. She just graduated high school, bro. I thought she was at least in her early 20s, bro. The way she carried herself, you know, she's about 18 years old, bro. Around that age, bro. She's barely legal. She's hella young, bro. She's barely legal. She just. Let me tell you something on the real, bro. You know, I hate to be a dirty old man out here in these streets, man, but she just graduated high school. I'm an old man. I feel like an old man. Yeah, she's still an adult, yeah. Yeah, she's around 18. Yeah, she looks about 18. I feel so old. I feel like an old man out here in these streets, bro. God damn, I'm getting going. Okay, getting old, man. I'm too old. It's all about your wallet at a certain age, man. You feel me? Yeah, messing around with females that's older than you. Ugh. I can't mess around with females who's older than me, man. I'm good for it. Youth don't last forever, man. That's one thing I learned, bro, in this lifetime. You know, eventually the time will pass. Yeah, let me tell you something, bro. If me and Lil Seven got together, it wouldn't be long term at all, bro. She's so young. She's too young. I'm already getting old already, man. I'm already 45, bro. You feel me? So yeah, you lose all confidence. Bro, I wouldn't be able to keep up with Lil Seven. She be like full of energy. I thought she was in her early 20s, bro. The way she carried herself. But she older than that, bro. I mean, she's younger than that. All you niggas kicking the door like, what's up with Lil Seven, huh? I'm still good looking. I'm just getting old. What the hell? Hey, bro, you kicking the indoors, bro. You funny as hell. No. Still good looking. Still got the, you know what I'm saying, my chiseled jawline on all that working out that I've been doing. It's a 5'8". It's 5'8", 5'8" 5'8" pound. 5'8" 1 pound. What's up with it? Okay, let's talk about the loneliness, man. 'Cause that's why I uploaded this live stream, man. A lot of guys are going through it nowadays, man. You know, let's put it this way, bro. The top 20% of men got it on lock, bro. If you are lacking, if you don't got bread, if you don't got money, it's gonna be hard for you out here in the streets. You feel what I'm saying? There's just so many men out here, bro. You know, this lonely to the fullest. You know, this lonely to the fullest. You know, and dudes are doing what they can, man, and doing what they should, man. You know, I mean, you asking me why I don't grow my beard anymore, man? Because I wanna attract a certain type of female. You know what I'm saying? What's up with a no filter in the house? You know, men are lonely too, bro. Men go through loneliness and all that stuff, man. We go through that shit too, man. Like, it's not just women that go through it. Men go through it too. You feel what I'm saying? It's because let me tell you something. Like I said, man, the rich people and the upper class people are taking over, man, and that's why a lot of guys are being pushed out. It's getting to a point where, like, if you're not rich or if you're not a Chad or a Tyrone, you know, you're gonna get left out. You know, you be lucky to get sloppy seconds or scraps. You know what I'm saying? You'd be lucky to get that. You know, it has gotten real out here, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of guys are going through it, man. You know, nowadays it gets to a point where, like, if you lose a girlfriend, you feel me? If you lose a girlfriend, be prepared for a 3 month drought and a 3 month loneliness period. You know what I'm saying? You know, don't do nothing to piss off your girlfriend if you ain't got no money, man. You know, And I see why guys are going overseas, man, wearing their heart on their sleeves. You know, guys are going over there straight up, like older guys, older than me, man, going over to Thailand with their heart on their sleeve, bro. Why? Because they've been starved of intimacy for so long that when they get over there and they see a woman giving them some type of play, especially if she's like 20 years younger than you, it's like, you know, you just fall madly in love with this woman, bro, because you've been out here struggling in the dating market for so long. You've been missing the hugs and kisses for so long, and the woman that you get with overseas, you think that is so real when it's not. Anytime there's a 20 or 30-year age gap, it's not real. So many guys are getting scammed and getting hurt so bad. It's getting to a point where like dudes gotta move overseas and start a new life out there, man. Out in the West, it's like, you know, it's every man for himself, and you would die of loneliness, man, before anything would pop off for you in the dating world here in the West, man. Man, it's getting to a point where you would die of loneliness. You didn't die of a gunshot wound. You didn't die of this and that. You died because you was lonely. You died of loneliness. That's what you died of. You feel me? And it's getting real out here in the streets, bro. That's why I say you guys gotta make sure you get that bread right, man. It's getting real out here. Because the older you get, the more it becomes about your wallet. I keep telling you guys this, man. You guys are killing me, bro. The older you get, the more it's about your wallet. What your wallet says, bro. You got gray hairs, bro. You better have a thick wallet, bro. If you got salt and pepper beard, bro, you know you better have a wallet, bro. You better have an endless wallet. You know, if I want a long term relationship with little seven, I better have a wallet, bro. Cause I can't afford to be broke. You know, my age and being at my age, bro. Little seven is like 18 years old. So what the fuck? You know, if I got involved, you know, she gonna look at me like, you are 45 and you don't have any money. That's why a lot of guys are experiencing a whole lot of loneliness, man, because of the money. That's why I tell you motherfuckers, bro. When you young, focus on your money, bro. So that way, I'm sorry, you guys can't see that, but that was the biggest ass I ever seen in my whole entire existence. Man, she had a huge, I mean, her ass was huge. It was huge. Sorry you guys didn't see that, but she had the biggest ass that I have been dreaming about for a very long time. That's why I say you guys gotta understand that your money is part of your goddamn life, bro. If you don't have it, bro, you're gonna be lonely. You're gonna be one lonely dude, bro. You know, if like I said, man, if I got with little seven, bro, she would expect me to have money, man. Like, hold on, you 45, baby, you supposed to have everything together. I'm not supposed to be working for everything. You feel what I'm saying? You know, you know what I'm saying? I'm 45 out here in the streets. That's why I tell men, man, get your money together while you in your youth, so you don't have to worry about it when you get like older. You know, all your money is taken care of when you young, man. That was my biggest mistake, is not chase the bag when I was young, because I wouldn't be suffering right now. Like if I would spent like 10 years chasing the bag from 20 to 30, I would have the bag right now, man, and I wouldn't be here right now. I wouldn't be suffering. But I was so distracted by chasing bitches, bro, that now it's like, you know, you know, you know. He said, Scott came in here, bro. What is you talking about, bro? Don't a big ass is what most men want. What are you talking about? It's a good like feature, something that men desire. Men desire big asses, curvy asses of all shades of colors. You know, from Hispanic to white to black to Asian. We all like curvy women, bro. What the fuck is you talking about, bro? Curvy women are the most desired women in the world because women are supposed to have curves. Women are supposed to have curves. Even small or big, it don't matter. Small curves, big curves, it don't matter. Women are supposed to be curvy by nature. You feel what I'm saying? And a lot of times, man, a lot of guys, they struggle getting the type of woman that they want, man. And I'm hearing all the stories going overseas because guys have been starved of intimacy and sex for so long that they go overseas wearing that heart on their shoulder, bro, and they get scammed so goddamn hard because they want these women to really love them, bro. They, you know what I'm saying? And they get food so easily because they've been starved of intimacy and loneliness for so long. That's the stories I've been listening to and I've been hearing, bro. You know, I appreciate it, Jamie. Yeah, get him out of here, man. All the trolls, get them out of here, bro. The trolls don't understand, bro. They don't understand. You know, they don't know what it is to be struggling out here in the streets. You feel what I'm saying? They don't understand. Yeah, get them out. If you're trolling, then I can see that maybe you might be a Chad or a Tyrone, or maybe you're a guy that's part of the 20%. So you don't really understand my videos. You know, you don't really understand what's going through here, but like, bro, like, let me tell you something about loneliness, bro. It'll make you do stupid shit. I mean, bro, you feel me? You know, he sound more like an incel. Yeah, man, no Tyrone's allowed. What's up with it, Captain Commander? What's up? You know, if you're not feeling my videos, then I can say that, oh, okay, this guy's, he's a Tyrone, or he's a guy that doesn't struggle, or maybe he's part of the 20% of men that women are dealing with. So I'm like, okay, bro, you're not gonna feel my videos, so you gotta go, bro. You're not gonna feel where I'm coming from. For real. Only the motherfuckers who are struggling, you feel me, gonna feel where I'm coming from. You see what I'm saying? They gonna feel where I'm coming from. Hey, motherfucker, he ain't struggling, man. I don't understand what you're saying, bro. What you talking about, bro? You know, I don't feel you, bro. I don't feel where you're coming from, bro. I don't understand what it is to be lonely, bro. I get women on the regular, man. What you talking about? I'm doing the pickup artist shit, bro. I'm getting women on the regular. I don't feel where you're coming from. You know, you know. How could you say it? I think he was more. I think he was more of a Tyrone, or a guy that's part of the 20%. Because only the motherfucker that's part of the 20%, he gonna have a problem with this video. A motherfucker, he ain't part of the 20%. You know, you feel me? You know, yeah. If he not part of the 20%, if he is part of the 20%, he's not gonna feel this video, bro. You know, I've been out here struggling for a long time, bro, and I'm decent looking. I'm decent looking. You feel me? And decent looking, average looking don't get it nowadays. You gotta have money for that. You know. Like I said, man, the fucking the thing is, it's like the reason why I'm making this video is because I've been looking at a lot of like videos of guys going overseas, spending their life savings on women out there because they're so lonely from the West. I'm talking about guys who are in their 40s, 50s, and 60s going overseas, man, because they've been starved of of loneliness, bro, and they spending their money like hardcore, you know, on women, you know, that play on their emotions and as we get older, men, desire, we still desire, companionship and love, and we still desire that, even though we get older. But as we get older, guys, I hate to say it, but trying to find true love, with a young female, is nearly impossible. And you know, my heart goes out to the lonely guys that's going overseas, bro. I mean, I'm just like, I feel it, man. Like, I feel where you're coming from, bro. Like, you ain't had a female in so long, or you've been struggling for so long out here in the streets that you just desperate. You know what I'm saying? After a while, man, and that's why I say a lot of men, you gotta prep for your older years. I'm talking about like when your looks can no longer attract young females. You gotta prep for those years because it becomes more about your wallet as you get older. You feel what I'm saying? That's why I try to warn guys. I'm that guy that would come out of nowhere and warn you, like, look, bro, um, you're not gonna stay good looking and young forever. So you gotta prep for those older years. So that's why you go to school. That's why you chase dreams when you're young and stuff like that. So you could get to your older age and then live not lonely. Because as long as you got money in your pocket, man, you'll never be lonely. The moment you run out of money, you become lonely. And I've been hearing a lot of guys going overseas, older guys, in their 50s, 60s, and 70s, just running out of money. I'm like, bro, don't you know, as an older man, you can't afford to like run out of money, bro. You're going overseas with all that, with savings. You're not going over there with investments, bro. You know, your money becomes more important as you get older because the looks, they fade, bro. They fade. It gets harder to attract women with just looks every single year past 25. You feel what I'm saying? Every year past 25, it gets harder to attract women with just looks. Word. So as your looks fade, your wallet better be increasing. That's why you got this guy over here that's 60 years old. He living in his car. He ain't got no money. He ain't got no honey because he spent most of his youth goofing off, man. I say if you in your 30s, just start changing now. Just say, you know what, fuck it. I ain't gonna fuck around. I'm not gonna chase women no more. I'm chasing this bag. I'm getting ready for my 40s. If I'm in my 30s, I'm getting ready for my 40s. Or if I'm in my 40s, I'm getting ready for my 50s. That's 50s. That's me. If I'm in my 50s, I mean, if I'm in my 40s, I'm getting ready for my 50s. You know what I'm saying? For them to come around. I'm planning 5 years, 10 years from now. You feel what I'm saying? So that way, when I get to that age, I'm not broke. I'm not dusty. I'm not struggling for intimacy. You feel what I'm saying? Because I got women by my side. Think about Diddy, man. This motherfucker had a young Miami, man. Diddy like 50 something years old. Miami, she was around 30 and shit. You feel what I'm saying? You know, because he did smart things while he was young. He could still enjoy the company of like young females in his 50s. You feel what I'm saying? You feel me? So you get the money, man, while you young, man, so you won't be lonely in your later years. I feel like a guy who's been lonely in his later years and he doesn't have any money. I feel like that he has basically goofed off a lot of time in his life. He didn't, place his fucking goddamn his time in the right direction. I mean, the guy that's living in his car, he's 60. He don't even have a pension. He didn't even like dedicate himself to a job throughout the years. So now he's struggling at 60, bro. At 60, really? You struggling financially? You didn't do the right thing when you was younger, bro. That's why I changed my ways. I decided to chase the bag. You feel me? While I'm still young, you know. You know. And for real, I've been like looking at videos of guys going overseas, just being overseas with the heart on their shoulder, just boom, 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 boom. The fucking heart just pounding on their shoulder when they go overseas, man, because they've been starved of intimacy for so long. I was looking at videos last night, you know what I'm saying? And when I woke up this morning, I was looking at videos of guys that doing stupid stuff. You feel what I'm saying? And they can't help but to do stupid stuff because they're desperate. And when you're desperate, bro, you do stupid stuff. Desperation, it causes you to do stupid stuff. Look it up. I mean, Google that shit, bro. Google that shit. Does desperation cause you to make irrational decisions? Yes, it does. Desperation will cause you to make you do irrational, stupid decisions because you're desperate. You're desperate. I looked it up. I was like, does desperation cause you to make like stupid decisions, irrational decisions? And it said yes. Desperation does make you do stupid stuff and irrational decisions, bro, because you're so starved of the attention. You guys gotta understand, bro. When we're young, it's a lot easier to attract women when we're in our prime. You feel what I'm saying? But as we get older as men and your looks start to leave, it becomes more it becomes more about your wallet than your looks after a while. So that's why guys get the money so that way when they get older, they still can attract females like Little Seven and stuff like that. Because they look into the future like, God damn, these looks ain't gonna be here forever. you know, these looks ain't gonna be here forever. I might as well start getting prepared for the future, man. I just want. A lot of guys don't get that, man, until it's too late. I didn't get that until I started like really losing my looks in my 30s, and I was like, God damn, I'm not attracting these females like I used to. God damn, what's going on? You start losing your looks, man. That's Superman shit. You know what I'm saying? You start losing that shit, bro. You know, nobody is Superman, bro. You know what I'm saying? What's up with the ICN Knights? What's up with it? The West will be done when men put down their video games and uprise. Yeah, my thing is a video game is nothing but a cope. And I mean anything like alcohol, video games, that's a cope. The cope from being, lonely and stuff, man. When you're lonely, you look for something to cope with, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Video games, alcohol, and all the other stuff. That's a cope. Somebody said that about a while back. It was like money is a cope. I'm like, no, it's not because you're actually getting females when you got money, man. Money is not a cope. A a video game is a cope because when you messing with video games, you ain't got women to cope with it. You feel what I'm saying? When you got alcohol, there's no females involved to cope with it. So no, money is not a cope. Money is a solution. It's more of a solution to your problem because then you actually get to have sex and then you get to have the female of your dreams in your grasp when you got money. So money is not a cope. Stop all that bullshit, bro. Money is not a cope. Money is a solution to your problem, bro. Whatever problem that you're having, money is the solution. You know, the money is the solution. To your problem, for real. You know, and you know what? To be lonely, bro, that's a like a human thing, bro. It's not just a female thing, man. It's a human thing. All humans get lonely if they're not getting enough company in their life. You feel what I'm saying? You know, you're not getting enough company in your life. You're gonna be lonely, bro. You guys are killing me with this shit, bro. Like guys coming around talking about, yeah, you know, it's not about looks. It's not about, you know, age or whatever. Like, bro, spare me the bullshit, bro. Talking about it's not about looks. It's not about age. Like, get the hell out of here, bro. I hate when the dating coaches say that shit, bro. It's like it makes my fucking goddamn skin crawl when a dating coach tell me that it's not about looks. You feel what I'm saying? And it's not about age. It makes me mad, man. For you dating coaches to come out here and tell these people, a lie. You out here lying to these people, bro. Talking about it's not about looks. It's not about age. Women are not visual creatures and all the other shit, bro. Like, I'm like, bro, women are the most visual creatures, and women are not desperate like a lot of men are, man. A woman can get a man just like that. Us men, we struggle getting sex on the regular or intimacy on the regular. We struggle getting that. You feel what I'm saying? We struggle getting, intimacy on the regular. You feel me? You know, women don't struggle getting intimacy like men do. You know, Men struggle getting intimacy on the regular, especially as we age. I can't stress that enough. You know, as we get older as men, our looks fade and our money supposed to be around. You feel what I'm saying? I remember my mother told me this a while back before she died, man. And she told me, she was like, damn, it's a shame as you get older, nobody wants you. She said, when you get old, nobody wants you. And there's some truth to that, bro. But if you got money, if you got bread, you won't be lonely, man. That's why I say every man should be working on his bread, man. You feel what I'm saying? Every man should be working on getting the money part, and you won't be lonely. Because at the end of the day, bro, we lose our looks as we age. Okay, we can't like attract women forever with just looks. Eventually, that shit, your looks are gonna go to shit. You feel what I'm saying? You're gonna get wrinkles. You're gonna get gray hairs, bro. That's why I say prepare for that moment and get as much money as you can. Start while you're young. Do you look at some of these celebrities, bro? They in their 50s and they still getting women, bro, because of their bread, man. Diddy was getting Young Miami because of his money, bro. He got Cassie because of his money, and Cassie was like, what, 25 years younger than him? You know what I'm saying? He got her because of the lifestyle, the money, and the decisions that he made while he was young. Always keep your mind on the money, man. That'll keep you from being lonely. I mean, Hugh Hefner. Look at all these old guys who had young females, even though they old and shit. I think Hugh Hefner died, man. Yeah, he did. Hugh Hefner died, but he died. He died the way he wanted to die, man. He didn't die. He didn't. He wasn't forced lonely, man. He wasn't. The guy was hella old as shit, man. But he didn't die just by himself, man. He had bitches around him, man. He died how he wanted to die, man. You feel me? You know, it's a double-edged sword. Age can mean wisdom too. Yeah, yeah, that's true. That's 100% true. But you lose your looks in the process. And we know nowadays, man, as we get older, it becomes more about looks with females. And as you get older, it gets to be to the point where like it's more about your wallet. You feel me? As you age, bro. That's what I'm trying to get you the guys to understand. It becomes more about your wallet. You know, you know, video games is more like a hobby. Also, YouTubers live streams playing it, make money while streaming. Yeah, you can make money. I heard about it, man. But for a lot of guys, it's more than a hobby. It's more like a cope. You know, I mean, yeah, it could be a hobby, but also it can be a cope at the same time. You feel what I'm saying? It can be both. It could be a hobby. It could be a cope. A lot of guys play video games to cope with the lack of women in their life, bro. The lack of intimacy in their life. They use video games to cope. You feel me? You know. My point is some people actually look better older, not the majority though. Yeah, I'm trying to. Yeah, no, you don't look better older. that is a cope within itself. Uh, no, it's not. You know, no, you don't look better older, bro. Trust me. Nah, nah. There's no way in the world you can pull more bitches in your 40s than you do in your 20s. You know, that's a cope. That's a cope. If that's the point, man, I would be getting more bitches right now in my 40s than I did in my 20s, and that's not even you feel me? That's not even the truth right there. You feel me? That's not even the truth. No, I got more bitches in my 20s than I did in my 40s, bro. In my 20s, you know. I'm gonna keep it honest. I got more bitches in my 20s than I did in my 30s and my 40s put together, bro. You are tripping. Because my face was tighter and I had better skin. I look better. I'm just saying the amount I I he didn't stop it. I seen an 80-year-olds who can pass being 60. It's all about how old you live, how you live your life. Like, come on, bro. Um, seeing nights, bro. Like all seeing nights. Uh, you know. Yeah, I mean, think about it. Like, okay, let's say that maybe you was an ugly duckling in your 20s, and then you look better in your 30s. Okay, that's different. But nobody's looking better at 45 than they were when they was 25. You feel what I'm saying? That's not gonna work. You can live that fantasy all you want to, but my 25-year-old self look a lot better than I do now. You know, you could diet all you want. You look a lot better 25 than you do 45. We're talking about 20 years went by, bro. We're talking about 20 years, bro. You're not gonna look better 20 years down the stretch. You feel what I'm saying? You guys are wishful thinking, bro. You guys are you are not looking better. You feel me? You are not looking better in your 40s, bro. Trust me, you're not. Let me tell you something real quick. Everybody's skin is a lot more tighter. Your skin is a lot better looking. I got more bitches in my 20s than I did in my 30s and my 40s. I start noticing that there was a slowdown. You feel me? In my 20s, bro. I mean, in my 30s. A huge slowdown. Maybe because of the wet, the weight or whatever, but it's not, you know. Uh, who is this coming in here? Loneliness is a you problem. Fix yourself, your attitude, your empathy, and the way you interact with others. And you'll interact interpersonal reaction. If you remain superficial, you will stay lonely. Let me tell you something. Men are we are the least like superficial, man. I think when we have money, yeah, we can be very superficial, but when we're broke, man, we're not that superficial like that. We're not picky like that. Women are superficial. Women, you know, they're on the superficial vibe. You know what I'm saying? You know, um, I'm telling you straight up, like a guy that's like 45 years old. Okay, I got wisdom and I'm spitting facts. For some of you guys who are younger and you don't understand, you know, looks fade. So a lot of guys, what happens is their money fade. I mean, their looks fade, and they don't have the money to attract young females anymore. A lot of the times, these guys they don't like their options, so they go overseas to find a young hot tenderoni, you know. But if you think that you are more attractive being a 40-year-old man than you are a 25-year-old man, you got to be smoking on some drugs. There, I said it. You got to be on some drugs out here on these streets. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I am a man. I was most attracted to women. I am most, I haven't been attracted to my mind, not my money, not my looks, not my mind. Bruh, what type of planet are you living on, bro? I'm the most attractive woman. What? I'm the most attractive woman you ever been. What the hell? Are you a man or a woman, bro? Come on, man, make up your mind, bro. Are you a man or a woman? So you talk about you a man at the same time you're a woman. Oh, let me lay down, bro. This funny. This guy is funny as hell, bro. I'm a man, and I'm the most attractive woman ever. Oh, that shit is funny, bro. Hold on, man. Let me get this straight. Let me get this straight. Let me get this straight. Let me get this straight, bro. Let me see. Hold on, bro. Let me read this nigga's. I'm a man and the most attractive Women I ever been with have been attracted to my mind, not my money, not my looks, my mind. That's even funnier, bro. I done read that shit again. Bro, bro, in the West, it's all about looks. You talking about your mind, bro. If you ain't looking a certain way, bro, you ain't gonna get your foot in the door, bro. If you not on her looks level, bro, you ain't gonna get your foot in the door. You smoking them drugs big time, bro. You gotta be on some drugs. You gotta be on some drugs, bro. That's that drug stuff that you've been on. Cause out here, I'm seeing people with their looks level, man. And every time I look up, man, I see a guy that's with a female that's below his looks level. I don't see when I look around, bro. When I look at reality, I don't see like a guy that's 5'7" with a woman that's 5'9". I mean, there is some truth to what you're saying for like a little bit, like it's a rare occasion that shit happens. Okay, it's a rare, and a lot of the times when you land these type of women, they're not gonna treat you right. If you a 7 and you land a woman that's a 9, she ain't gonna treat you right. You know what I'm saying? Or if you a guy that's a 6 and you land a 9, she ain't gonna treat you right, bro. So see, a lot of guys are young and you don't get it yet until you really understand. You know what I'm saying? That's more about looks and attraction than it is about what's on your mind, bro. You feel what I'm saying? I don't see any fat guys out here with women that are like 7s and 8s. I don't see that happening out here, bro. And I don't see guys who are 20 years or 30 years above their girlfriend out here because of their mind. I look at everyday everyday interactions, and I see women with Chaz and Tyrone's, women who are 7s and 8s. They're with Chaz and Tyrone's, and I see men who are a 3 in looks with a female that's a 3 in looks. I see that all the time, and that's what I see the most. I don't see women who are 7s walking around with guys who are 3s or 4s or even 5s. You feel what I'm saying? I don't see that. So you can keep on like telling that story all you want to, bro. But I look at what I see in my life. I don't see guys who are short and stubby with model looking women. I don't see that. Okay, you can keep on talking that shit, bro. But that's not what my eye sees on a regular basis, bro. I see people with their face match all around here, bro, all the time, bro. A guy who's a Chad or Tyrone, he's gonna be with a female that's a 7 or an 8 in looks. I see the I see good looking couple all the time pull up and they give me money. Both of them are high in the looks area, okay? I rarely ever see, unless the guy got money, I never see a woman, you feel me, that's with a guy that's like 3 steps below her. You know, like she's a 7 and he's a 4. You feel what I'm saying? I don't see that. I don't see that happening. So you can see my likes are keep going up because I'm telling that truth. You got a fantasy going on in your head right now, bro. You saying that men, oh, it's not about like looks, and it's all about like how funny you are, and it's all it's all about you know, uh, you know, it's all about nah, bro. Come on, bro. How many lonely guys are going overseas, man, because they can't get a woman that's young? You know, too many old guys going overseas. They feeling like their life is over because they can't attract a young female no more after age 30. Okay, hell, when I was in my 30s, man, I told you about the female that was in the bedroom talking about, oh, you can't, you's a grandpa, you you can't keep up and all that other stuff, bro. I got called a grandpa in the bedroom at one point by a younger female when I was in my early 30s. So you saying that it's not about looks and it's all about character. It's all about your mind. Bruh, you are smoking like big drugs, bro. Like, my man, you own that big shit, bro. I mean, what is you smoking, bro? You feel what I'm saying? What are you smoking? You know, this dude came in here talking about Chris Brown. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Talk about Danny DeVito. Let's talk about Danny DeVito. You know, let's talk about what's his name? You know, let's talk about Danny DeVito, the short guy. You know what I'm saying? The guys who struggles, man, without money. Let's talk about, you know, you know, he talking about Chris Brown. This nigga came in here and kicked in the door and said, Chris Brown does not struggle. Bring up somebody that struggles, bro. Like, for real, like Dane DeVito without the money. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about Webster, the short guy. You feel what I'm saying? Let's talk about people who struggle in these streets, bro. He talking about Chris Brown, but like, you talking about the top of the food chain. Chris Brown got looks and money, bro. His women don't try to divorce him, bro. Like, he get rid of them. Chris Brown is the top of the food chain looks, bro. You talking about Chris Brown, bro. I know you on some drugs, bro. I know you on some drugs. You on that them big drugs, bro. Hold on, let's get up out of here, man. Boy, you guys got to be on some crack. Because you talking about you seeing the shortest, ugliest men with pretty women. Man, you got to be on some drugs to say that. Because out here, bro, I see women with their face match. I see, women, with their face match. I don't see short, ugly, or even old men. If that was the case, then let's bring the old farts in. Let's see 70-year-old men with like 25-year-old women. You don't see that out here, bro. Unless the guy got some bread. That's how I know that this shit is all bullshit. When a pickup artist tell me that no, it's not about looks, it's about how you carry yourself, the guy is lying out here, bro. You feel what I'm saying? The guy's lying out here. You tripping. Because what I see out here is people with their face match. And I know how to judge looks, bro. I know when I see a good looking couple, hell, they pull up on me, man. Like when I'm flying my sign, you feel me? I see a good looking couple, no homo, pull up on me, both equally matched in looks, and they break me off 20 or 30 or 40 or $50. You feel what I'm saying? I don't see short men with beautiful women, bro. Like I don't see that. When I look at some of these Face It LMS videos, these women judge you on your weight, your height, your looks. If you're short and ugly, man, you ain't gonna get no women, bro. You gonna struggle. Now, if you see that the guy got some money, okay, it's not because he's funny or something like that.
Wait.
The guy got some money. The guy got some money. So for some of you guys to say, well, it's not about looks. It's all about how you carry yourself. But that's not what I see out here, bro. I'm telling you, it's not. Look, dude, I live in the most highly competitive dating market in the world, bro. And what I see out here, and I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna keep it honest. I see people with their face looks or their face match. A woman that's hot, she's not gonna give me the time of day. You guys forget that I'm like 45 years old. I ain't never had a hot woman my whole entire life. I have always had like average looking women, bro. Women who were 5s, 6s, and 7s. Never a 8 in my life. Even though I tried to shoot for an 8, I always got shot down. People are, they're all about your looks level, man. So you can't fool a man who's been living for 45 years, and I understand my lane and what I can attract and what I cannot attract. You can't fool me, man. I've been living way too much life to know, what can I attract and what I cannot attract. You feel what I'm saying? I cannot attract a female that's a 7, 8, 9, or a 10. I cannot attract that. My looks don't carry me that unless I got money or status, bro. That's like me walking around with a 10, and I'm only a guy that's 45 years old as a 6. That's not gonna happen. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry to bust your bubble. Your fantasy bubble, I hate to bust that. I hate to bust the fantasy bubble, but that's not gonna happen. I done tried over and over again when I was younger to get a woman that was very pretty. And uh, you could tell when you high looks, you know what I'm saying? Because you attract women that's high looks too. You feel what I'm saying? If you're a guy that's an 8, 9, or a 10, you're gonna attract an 8, 9, or a 10. If you're a guy that's a 5, you're gonna attract women that's a 5. If you're a guy that's a 6, 7, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna attract a woman that's a 6 or a 7. It's so simple as that, bro. You're not gonna have any chance with these women looking like a fat ass blob, just like I was about, a few months ago. It took me to like drop weight for little 7 to even notice me. So shut the fuck up, bro, with the oh, you can't get a look. It's not about looks and all that shit, bro. Shut the fuck up with that bullshit. I just got done dropping some weight, and all of a sudden, little 7 noticed me. She didn't notice me before. I was invisible when I was overweight. So shut the fuck up, bro. You talking to a guy that's up and down in weight his whole entire life, and I recognize that, damn, these women really like me when I'm like slim, versus when I'm fat. Because when I was fat, I couldn't get a date, bro. Not one date. When I put on a lot of weight and I had character in everything, and I couldn't get a date. I couldn't get a date, bro, as a fat man until I dropped weight, and then I start getting dates. So shut the fuck up. You talking about it's not about looks. Bro, you are smoking a whole lot of marijuana or something. You snorting some coke in these streets, bro. You don't know the real. Look at it, I got 5 likes. I got 5 likes already. There's 9 people up in here. I got 5 likes. Because I'm telling the truth, bro. If that was the case, bro, I would have had little 7 like long time ago. The little 7 got a little bit of interest in me. It's not a whole lot, but there's a little bit of interest. Her interest level is pretty much low, unless I pull in with a fucking goddamn Lamborghini or a Ferrari or a Porsche. Then her interest level will go high because this guy's older and he got bread. You know what I'm saying? The only way I can raise little 7's interest is that I start dressing better and I got a nicer car. That's the only way I can fucking raise her interest. Other than that, I'm just an older guy that looks okay. You feel what I'm saying? I'm just an older guy that looks okay. Because 10 years ago, she definitely would have been trying to, get with me. You feel me? You know? So you guys are killing me with it's not about looks, it's all about how you carry yourself. It's all about character. Like, bro, when I was fat, I had a whole lot of character. But no women wouldn't give me a chance. Back before I started using the enhancements. Then once I started using the enhancements, I dropped about 30 pounds. That's when I started getting conversations that was longer than usual. Before, I used to get conversations that they would cut it off. I would try to start a conversation with a female while I was fat, and they would cut the conversation like smooth short. You feel what I'm saying? Like only give me 1 or 2 word answers and shit like that, and didn't want to carry a conversation with me when I was fat, bro. So then when I lost the weight, then all of a sudden, what's up with the man? What's up with him?
What's
What's
up?
up with the food, man? You ain't giving no food?
Sorry,
Not today?
not today.
Sushi? Next time.
This time.
Appreciate it, bro. These bras would cut the conversation smooth into one or two words and wouldn't give me a time of day. And then in the moment I lost the weight and I gained a six pack and all of a sudden I'm getting longer conversations. Come on, bro. Stop all the bullshit, the madness, and the storytelling that you're telling, bro. Come on, bro. I remember I was in the and I was fat. I was just okay. Uh, I was fat trying to have a conversation with her, and she looked at me. I mean, bro, she bucked her nose at me. She was like, "Ugh, how dare you kind of talk to me?" And the moment I dropped the weight, bro, I was on hands and I got a six pack. All of a sudden, her mood changed. She didn't even know who I was. I'm sorry, man.
No, you're good.
So, kick in the door, man. Kick out the door. Boof.
Sorry, bro. Sorry.
Yeah. You know, all of a sudden, you know, all of a sudden her mood changed. The same female, and this female she didn't even know who I was, bro. I looked like a totally different person when I was on the enhancements. You know what I'm saying? And I was, using enhancements to drop the body fat percentage down lower. And she was all in the sauna, just giving me all kinds of play. She was giving me conversation, bro. You feel what I'm saying? And she wasn't, but when I was in there fat, bro, she wouldn't give me no conversation. So for you to turn around and say that women don't care about looks, you gotta be smoking, bro, on some drugs, bro. You gotta be a Chad or Tyrone or something. You know? You know what I'm saying? Drugs that's out there right now, bro. You gotta be on some crack or some methamphetamine. You gotta be on some opioid drug or something like that for you to say some shit like that, bro. You killing me, bro. You killing me. You see what I'm saying? You killing me with them drugs out there that you smoking, bro. You on them drugs hard, bro. You smoking something, bro. You gotta be on something, man. You gotta be on something, man. You feel what I'm saying? To be out here talking about women don't care about looks. I'm like, bro, you gotta be kidding me, bro. The way you smoking them drugs, bro, is like, goddamn, bro. What are you on, bro? I mean, damn. Show me the pipe or something. Are you snorting it? Are you just out here cracking it up? Crack it up, baby. Crack it up. For real though, bro. You know. You talking that bullshit, bro. It makes me like think in my head, like, damn, but bro, you gotta be on something. You gotta be on them drugs that's out there right now, bro, on the market. Because I don't see women with men who are sub 5. I don't see it, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't see it. Bro. You could keep talking that bullshit, but what I see out here, bro, I see people with their looks level. I'm seeing people that are sub 5 with other sub 5 people. I just saw a guy about like 2 months ago by the taco truck, and he was a short, chubby guy, but his woman was also short and chubby too. You feel what I'm saying? I'm seeing people with their looks level. I don't see a short and chubby guy that's with a woman that's uh, that's like a model looking woman, bro. Like a woman that's like a Stacy or Keisha. These women, if you're not on their looks level, they look at you with disgust, bro. I see women all the time that are above my looks level and they walk by like, ugh, I can't believe this guy looking at me. I can't believe. Like today, there was a female that came in. She was an 8, bro. She kept it moving, bro. She looked. I mean, she might have glanced at me for like a second and then kept it moving. Like this guy's not on my looks level. I'm not gonna look at this guy twice. She kept that shit moving, bro. She didn't give me no chance. You know what, bro? When I'm sitting in cafes, I pay attention to what smiles at me and what don't. And you rarely ever see like an 8 walk by and give me a smile. It's normally women who are average looking or below that walk by and give me a smile. You feel what I'm saying? So I pay attention to what gives me a smile. And don't forget, I'm an introvert. So I'm sensitive to what goes on around me, right? I'm sensitive to what type of female that likes me. And when they walk by me, I'll be hoping that they give me a smile or something. And I don't get smiles from 8s, bro, or 7s no more. Maybe when I was younger, I got smiles when I was, when I was in my 20s, I got smiles from 7s. But I get smiles from only females who are 1, 2, 3s, and 4s, and 5s, and maybe a 6 every now and then. I don't get smiles from 7, 8, 9s, and 10s. They keep it pushing, bro. They keep it moving. Like that female with the big old booty that just walked by me like I was a fly on the wall. I wasn't even there, bro. She walked by me like these women walk by you like you're not even there. Okay? You feel what I'm saying? They walk by me like I'm not even there. Women who are above my looks level, they don't even give me not even a smile. Bro, they don't. Women who are above me, they don't even give me a chance to even talk to them. And come on, bro, you guys are not agreeing with this guy. This guy doesn't have the experience that I got in life. I got way more experience than this dude, Slim Betas or whatever his name is. The guy's not even as old as me. I'm totally older. I got way more life experience. I I know my lane. I know what I can attract and what I cannot attract. I know my lane. The average woman is what I can attract. A female that's above average, no. A woman, not even a 7 nowadays. I mean, don't get me wrong, little 7, she might have some interest, but it's not a big interest that you think that it is, bro. She's not gonna approach me. She don't have that type of interest like that. To walk up to me after work and ask me what I'm doing later. She don't have that type of interest like that. You feel what I'm saying? You always gotta go with the motherfucker who experience in life, bro. Don't listen to these trolls that come around here that don't got experience. You feel what I'm saying? You know? It all starts with attraction, bro. You feel what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You're 37. That's not enough life experience for me, bro. 37, I was still green. I'm 45, bro. I got a lot more. You feel what I'm saying? I got like 7 years over you, bro. So it's like you're like a little brother to me that don't really know anything. I mean, you know something. I mean, you're 37, and you know something, but you don't know more than me. You know? The only thing I attract nowadays is average women and below average looking women, bro. That's the only thing I attract. I can't get the women who are super fine and beautiful and stuff like that. I can't get them. I'm not on their looks level, bro. I'm not a Tyrone. It's all about looks, bro, in this society, bro. You feel what I'm saying? So you say you're 37, but bro, you don't understand what I'm saying right now at this point. Tell either you in the top 10 or 20% of men, or you a Chad or a Tyrone that's like 37, that don't struggle at all. So you can't really understand my world. I could tell you don't struggle by the way you talking. You don't struggle. You know what I'm saying? I struggle because I'm average looking, bro. There's nothing special about my looks. I got a few good features. Maybe my eye area is good and my lip area is good. You feel what I'm saying? That's the only thing that's good about me. But my height, bro, I'm not short, but I'm average height. I'm not that tall. I'm like 5'9"? I'm not that fucking goddamn tall. That has always been my flaw throughout my whole entire life, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm average too, Jamie. You know what I'm saying? I think at 37, I'm still kind of green, you know? That's it, man.
My eye. It was already like 9 o'clock.
Man, I didn't want to get up either. That's why you gotta get up. You gotta go sleep early, man.
Yeah.
Go. It's time. Go sleep.
When I sleep early, like I sleep, I want to sleep.
Yeah.
Probably because sometimes I sleep like
You
late.
got.
No,
It's time to go sleep early. It's the best thing you do, man.
you know,
Don't stay up late.
Yeah, you know what? It's like when I used to talk, you be up all day, like 3 days up,
Yeah.
and then when you go down, when you sleep, fucking you sleep like 2 days.
Yeah. Yeah. Good. Best thing to do. Go to sleep early.
Yeah.
Go sleep around 9, 10. Go to sleep when you get to
Yeah.
when you get to the spot, man. Don't like stay up late.
You don't hate when you're in the bed Saturday and you can sleep and it's still only fucking. I hate that. I hate that when you really 1 o'clock, 3 o'clock, you go to sleep and no.
Get to bed like quick as possible, man. Go to
Yeah.
sleep early as possible. Don't stay up late. If you stay up late, you're gonna be fucking not. You're not gonna want to sleep. You feel what I'm saying? Like best to go to sleep early. Like right now, I'm about to go sleep now. It's about what 8:30, 9.
Yeah.
I'm about to go to the spot over here and get some sleep now.
You got like 12 o'clock midnight?
Sleep about 12 hours. Yeah,
Yeah.
12 hours sleep. Have a good night, dude. You know. So the thing is, it's not like that I'm incel. I'm not an incel. I can attract a few women here and there. Matter of fact, when I was going to this bar, I was attracting this woman who had big titties, and she didn't have a nice ass though. but she had an okay looking face and she had some big old titties, and I definitely would have fucked her really hard, but I got arrested. I got arrested. I can't go back to that bar anymore. So um, I can attract a few women here and there. It's not like I'm an incel, guys. You know what I'm saying? I might be posing, like I'm an incel or some shit like that. Or maybe I'm just like out here faking the funk, pretending to be an incel, but I'm not. I'm not. I'm not an incel. As you guys can see, I had a stalker that tried to ruin my life like, a few months ago. She went to the hospital, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? Because she had a heart attack, you feel me? And I'm not an incel, but I do struggle getting women that I'm actually attracted to. Women that I'm not attracted to, they always come at me all the time, man, and I don't like it. Especially the female that looks similar to Sub 5 Stalker that's in Starbucks with her fucking ugly vulture neck ass. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh no, baby, I'm not trying to holler at you. You are older than me and you like below my looks level. The bra's like 60, bro. I can tell, bro. And she's horrible looking. And I won't be touching that with a 10-foot pole. You feel me? I won't be touching that with a 10-foot pole. I won't touch that at all. Even if, I would be caught dead with that female, bro. Like, bro, she had like, she had a vulture deck, man. It was toe up from the flow up. There's nowhere in the world I'll be messing with her. Even short term, it's like, no, I'm good. That's just the way I am. I'm built like that. And some guys come in here, they're like, man, that's how you carry yourself. I bet you guys are like pickup artists and shit, and Chaz and Tyrone's kicking in the door everywhere, bro. Once you start talking about loneliness, you got all these Chaz and Tyrone's and pickup artists kicking in the door. Boom, boom, boom. Hey, man, what you talking about, bro? It's all about how you carry yourself. It's not about looks. It's all about game and swagger, bro. Just kicking in the door everywhere. But I'm not an incel. I'm not a guy who's struggling to get anything. I'm struggling to get my face match, and I'm struggling to get women that I'm actually attracted to. All these goddamn creatures that approach me all the time, bro. Like Sub 5 Stalker, she was approaching me all the time, man. She was ugly as hell, bro. No wonder approaching me. She was way below my looks level. You feel me? It's time for me to lay down and go to sleep, man. I'm tired. What time is it? Yeah, it's like 9 something, man. Oh, man. Woo. Okay, we made it. We made it. I barely got. I barely got. what's her name's attention, man. Little Seven, I barely got her attention. But that female, she's hella young. I didn't think she was that young, bro. I thought she was like 22 at the youngest, man. This bro, she just finished high school. Barely legal. Sucks. Oh, these. Oh, my fucking. Oh, my goddamn. My dogs are barking. Oh, 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 shit. Oh, this is so tired. Oh, so tired, bro. Goddamn. Oh, oh. Mm, mm, mm. Oh. I'm saying, bro, like, I know what you're talking about. You guys are coming in, and you can't fool me with your logic, bro. You feel me? You know. Yeah, she barely legal. She barely. Goddamn. She's so goddamn young. Little Seven is young, bro. You feel me? But I'm telling you straight up, like, bro, I'm not a. If you think that I'm like an incel or some shit like that, no, I don't qualify. Just have stalked me for months. You feel what I'm saying? So that's not incel. My thing is getting a woman that I'm attracted to. You know? As you can see, I'm not an ugly dude. I might be a little bit drunk. I might be a little bit drunk right now. But I'm not ugly. I'm not below average looking. I might be older, but I'm not below average looking. Below average looking is something that you are born with. You feel what I'm saying? You gotta be below average looking born, man. You feel me? Anyway, I'm about to end this live, man. Time for me to get some sleep. I'm tired. You know what I'm saying? You know. I know everybody, they go kick in the door. What is you saying about loneliness, bro? I'm gonna kick in the door. Poof. What you saying, bro? It's not all about looks. It's not all about looks. It's about swagger and about, a personality. I'm like, if that was the truth, bro, I would have had me a dime piece like long time ago. I would have had me a dime piece a long time ago. But I can't get a dime piece because I'm not on that goddamn level like that. I can't even get a 7 nowadays, now that I gotten older. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, sorry. Joey Six Finglish is not here, man. Sorry, man. He didn't show up. He didn't show up this time around. But anyway, I'm gonna end this live, man. I'm gonna drink some water and I'm gonna go to sleep because I'm tired and I need to get sleep early, man. I need to get like at least like 10 hours sleep, man. But the thing is, before I end this video, bro, like, you know, there's a lot of guys out here struggling to get, you know, to get intimacy. Even if you're decent looking, even if I'm decent looking, I still struggle to get intimacy on a regular basis when I'm trying, when I'm out there dating. If I'm out there dating, yeah, I mean, damn, I done had women like ghost me so many times, even though we had sex and everything. It just ghosts me for no apparent reason. Or maybe I showed too much goddamn desperation or some shit like that. They would ghost me, bro. You feel what I'm saying? I haven't had a consistent girlfriend. I don't know where you live at, some of you guys, man. Um, you know, I haven't had a girlfriend, a consistent girlfriend, in like 8 years. A consistent, I ain't talking about like just a fling or just a fuck or just, just to get it in the next lifetime or some shit like that. I haven't had a consistent girlfriend in 8 years. Have I had sex? Yeah. When I go out there, I get sex. When I'm out on the prowl, when I'm dressed up and I'm at Lopushin's Body Fat and I'm at bars and clubs, I do get a few women. Don't get me wrong, I do. I do. I get quite a few women, bro. Matter of fact, I get women in their late 30s. You feel what I'm saying? But, you know, I want more than that though, bro. I want more than that. You know, I want more than that. I want young females. I want women in their 20s and all that other shit. That's my thing. Anyway, you guys have a good day, bro. I need to get some sleep, and I'm yawning over and over again. I'm tired. As you can see, I can barely keep my eyes open right now. You guys have a good night, man. I'll see y'all tomorrow when I wake up. I'll do a video when I wake up. Peace out, take care, and bless. I'm out.